India looking for the Gharial, a large crocodilian that is critically endangered. Gharials are great indicators of healthy ecosystem, and with less than 1,000 mature individuals in the wild, monitoring their population is crucial. Most methods of estimating crocodilian density involve active capture of the animal, which causes stress and can injure the animal. And with so few Gharials left in the wild, finding a robust population estimation method that limits stress on the Gharial is paramount.
And here it is, the Gharial, one of the most keenly adapted species of crocodilians for life in the water. Very rarely we ever see this species on dry land, except for laying their eggs, or as this Sheila's doing, basking in the warm sun. But enough admiring, we got work to do. I think we should use spotlight counts to estimate Gharial density. Oh, you don't know what that is? I'll explain it for you. Basically, the scientists go out at night and shine a powerful spotlight into the water, where the light reflects off the animal's eyes, allowing for scientists to easily detect and count the animals.
I know what a spotlight count is.
You do? Then why'd you make that face?
I don't think it's a good method for what we're trying to do.
Why? Spotlight counts get a lot of amounts of data really quickly, and it doesn't harm the animal.
True, but without additional data, spotlight counts are going to underestimate the population.
Ah, you're right. What if instead we did traditional capture mark recapture? In this method, the Gharials would be captured and marked with something like a tag along their tail. The marked individuals would then be released back into the wild. Later, the researchers will come back and once again capture some Gharials in the exact same way. This time, they note how many are marked and how many are unmarked. With this ratio, scientists can estimate the population size. If this method is done correctly, it gives us an extremely accurate population estimation. Plus, with a whole host of different capture methods, we can adapt to any situation that comes our way.
That may be accurate, but catching crocodilians can cause stress and even risk injury. That's exactly what we want to avoid.
Alright. Now what do you suggest?
What if we did capture-recapture photo identification?
This method uses the same principle of the traditional capture mark recapture method, but instead compares natural markings on the tail, which, when combined with the code, can distinguish individuals. Once the Gharial is individually marked by their distinct tail markings, they can be recaptured through photo identification.
This is a non-invasive method that's going to not negatively affect their survival, and so it's going to be a reliable method for estimating the population size.
That may be true, but don't we have to take high quality photos of both sides of the tail? We can only do that when the Gharial's on land, and with how much time they spend slipping in the water, I don't think it's gonna work.
That's a good point. What if we surveyed the crocodilians using UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles?
The UAV will fly over the Gharial territory, taking pictures at select intervals. These pictures are then analysed and a count of Gharials is determined. Then, by comparing the number of Gharials counted compared to the area surveyed, we can determine the density for the Gharial population.
It's able to estimate the Gharial's population size without interfering with the animal's survival, and it's cost effective considering the amount of area it covers. Therefore, this method is easy to regulatory monitor the Gharials.
Interesting. That might all be true, but isn't it going to take a lot of time to process all the data? Plus, we have to worry about proper conditions in regards to time of day and weather.
True, but with a little extra work in processing the data and scheduling the flights, this method is all worth it. Therefore, this is the best method for estimating Gharial density and considering their safety as well.
Welp, I'm convinced. Thank you for watching our video. On screen now are the sources we used in the making of this program. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below.